Hotel family, so the word for today is truth. Truth means to show or represent fact or reality. You need to be true to yourself, to your family, and everything around you.
Philadelphia Freedom Schools, how y'all feeling? Fantastic, terrific, great, all day long. Whoa.
My name is Aaron White, and today I'll be giving you a libation this morning. May we have permission in the other room to begin? Ashe. We pour a libation for the gift, life, love, and learning. Ashe. We pour libations for our personal ancestors. You may not think on me or heart. Ashe. We pour libations for our freedom fighters, those known and unknown. Ashe. Named and unnamed. Ashe.
Hey, here's our first ancestor for the week, Lucy Parsons. Lucy Parsons was an American labor organizer, rational socialist, and anchor communist. She is remembered as a powerful orator. She was born 1851 and died March 7, 1942. Lucy Parsons.
Our next righteous ancestor is Sammy Young Jr. Sammy became involved in the civil rights movement during his first semester at the Tuskegee Institute. In April of 1965, he went to Mississippi and worked with Unita Blackwell and Fannie Lou Hamer to help the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party get black voters registered. In December of 1965, Young led Tuskegee Institute students in challenging overt discrimination in Tuskegee. Sammy was a civil rights and voting rights activist who was murdered for trying to desegregate a whites-only restroom.
We pour affirmation for all freedom schools all around the country and city, Ashe. And lastly, we would like to pour affirmation for the babies yet to come so they can come and complete our circle, Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.
I Know My Rights, written by my son Lennon with Hedrick McBride, illustrated by H. Pax. Good day, boys and girls. I hope you all are feeling nice. What we will learn about today is called the Bill of Rights. We're going to break it down so that there's no confusion. The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments of the Constitution. The Constitution is a document that was made by our forefathers, which described the federal government and all of its powers. The Supreme Court determines what a bill means in its entirety. The Supreme Court balances individual rights with the needs of society. The Bill of Rights was made to ensure that we're all protected, There are 5 rights given in the First Amendment: freedom of religion, speech, press, and assembly, and the right to petition government. Keep that in your memory. That means you can sue the government when they are wrong. Amendment number 2 is the right to bear arms. Your parents have the right to own a gun as long as they are licensed shooters. They may need it to protect your family from burglars or intruders. The Third Amendment says that you can consent on your own, but the government cannot force you to shelter soldiers in your home. If the country is at war and a soldier needs a place to stay, they are only allowed to rest at your house if you say it's okay. Amendments 4 through 8 are rights of the accused, so if you are arrested, these rights cannot be refused. The Fourth Amendment says unless police have probable cause or very strong evidence, they must have a warrant before they can search your car or residence. The Fifth Amendment says there's no double jeopardy. You cannot be tried for the same crime twice. It also says that we must have due process before we are convicted, and the government cannot take your land unless they pay to get it. You don't have to testify against yourself, and you can plead the Fifth. Those are your Fifth Amendment rights. Now, let's all read the Sixth Amendment out loud. It says, you have a right to a speedy trial. It also guarantees that a jury that is picked to decide will be fair and impartial and won't favor one side. What the Seventh Amendment guarantees and states is you have the right to a jury trial in most civil cases. The Eighth Amendment prohibits the law and the government from giving you excessive bail or cruel and unusual punishment. The Ninth Amendment says that the rights previously held by the people cannot be denied by the Bill of Rights because it's illegal. The 10th and final amendment of the Bill of Rights orders that the states remain in charge within their own borders. Before this class ends, let's talk about some ways that you use the Bill of Rights every day. Muhammad is a Muslim and Stacy believes in Jesus Christ. The First Amendment states that they can worship whichever God that they like. Last month, you met in the schoolyard before the general election. You convinced people to register to vote and make an official selection. You impacted your community, and it was a beautiful sight. We convinced more people to vote by exercising your First Amendment rights. If a policeman stops you and you haven't committed any crime, the Fourth Amendment will protect you every time. They are not allowed to search you or tell you to empty your pockets. If they haven't charged you for any crime, politely ask them to stop it. You don't have to make a statement or give a confession. They don't have any legal right to search your possessions. Class is over, but you just learned something that will stay with you for life. You just learned all about the Bill of Rights. Now that you know what our rights are, it is our responsibility that we protect them. However, do everything within your power to survive all encounters with police by remaining calm and obeying commands. If your rights are violated, videotape if you can. Take note of the date, time, officer's name, badge number, and location where this violation took place. File an official complaint on the Philadelphia Police Department's website. Then, connect to organizations that fight to end police brutality, such as the Avenging the Ancestors Coalition, or ATTACK, and the American Civil Liberties Union, or ACLU.
Hello, my name is Aaron White, and I'll be telling you a chant called Peanut Butter. P, nut butter 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 P, nut butter.
Sankofa is what? Red hot. Sankofa is what? Red hot. Sankofa is D with a little bit of H-O-T. Sankofa is R-E-D with a H-O-T. Red hot, red hot, red hot. Remix R-E-D. Little bit of H-O-T. But that's okay. Cause Sankofa is what? Red hot, R-E-D. With a little bit of H-O-T. But that's okay. Sankofa is red hot, remix R-E-D.
Let's go back in, B.
What it's talking about, what it's gonna be, what it's T, what it's C, what I get like that. Hey! I get like that.
Let's go. Turn.
I have a recognition. I said I have a recognition. I would like to recognize the tennis player Serena Williams for donating all proceeds that came from her jewelry collection called Unstoppable to a relief fund for Black-owned businesses during the pandemic.
Greetings, Sankofa Scholars. This is Brother Samaj here, and I'm here to tell you about two important positive facts that are going on around the world. Number one, pollution is dropping. Because the worldwide and untargeted levels of staying inside, levels of air pollution and warming gases are down about 50% compared to the same time last year. Number two, koalas are being released back into the wild. Following the wildfires that decimated over 2.5 acres of land in Australia, it's now safe to start releasing rescued koalas back into their natural habitat. And this is good because now we don't have to worry about any more close to extinct animals. And another thing about the pollution, it was killing a lot of people and getting a lot of people sick. But now, since we're all quarantined and safe from everything, because it wasn't just COVID that kept us in the house, now it saved us from a lot of other things such as pollution also. I'm Brother Samaj here, and those are my two important facts.
The higher you build your barriers, the taller I become. The farther you take my rights away, the faster I will run. You can deny me, you can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho, our lies will come tumbling. Deny my place and time, you squander wealth that's mine. My light will shine so brightly it will blind you, 'cause there's something inside so strong, so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough. When we know better, just look them in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway. Gonna do it anyway. Something inside so strong. And I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no. Something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough. When we know better, just look them in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway. 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 Because there's something inside so strong. Inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Make it. But you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no. Something inside so strong. Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Make it. But you're doing me wrong, wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no. Something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Something inside so strong.
So this week, it's a new Instagram challenge. Hey, find someone in your community that represent truth and snap a pic. Carry it at Freedom School Sankofa.